Alrighty, part two, because I forgot to clear the tiny little bit of storage. I'm still doing a pretty good job with this 10-year-old tablet. Yeah, bring enough people here from places where there's been war, pander to them, get them to provide the other things that pander them. So you're balancing this circle of people that are expecting to be pandered to that haven't experienced war. And the only people that have experienced war are the people that you've brought in and then pandered to, especially above war. You don't need to pander to these individuals more. And so what you've done is you've pushed me way, way outside, and I'm trying to communicate with you, this is me, from Australia, from an Australian perspective. But you've gentrified the argument. Gentrification is when you move, or you try and move poor people out. Now, I wasn't poor, or we thought we were poor, whatever. Poor people out to move new people in. But this is a conceptual gentrification. So you've conceptually gentrified because the people that were in the war are dead. The people that were raised in, most of them are dead. And you've done a good job at fucking making that speed up as well by poisoning them, just like the Nazis did. So you've killed the people that can bring it up. And then I'm in a unique situation because my father was a lot older than all the other fathers around me. So I'm actually a boomer. I'm a boomer that has been raised with the people that the boomers are feeding off, which is my generation. The people that the boomers are selling down the river in an international war. You've sold us out. And I have the fucking statistics to say it. Now, the real problem comes when we keep going down this track. Like this, we talk about unsustainability, all these things. Well, this just clearly isn't sustainable. Nothing about it is sustainable. So it's immediately, using my logic, I'm immediately in war. You're in the middle of a what's it called, where you attack a fucking castle? Siege. This is a siege. Because I'm saying it's a fucking siege. That's all that's required for said siege. If you go and look at my father's estate, it looks like it's been under siege, because it has been. Now, is a siege, is that legal? And if I'm saying yes, the mother of my children felt it was in her power to attack my family's estate using siege tactics in cahoots with the WA Labor Party, is enacting a siege onto a citizen of Western Australia, born citizen, using immigrants. What else should we start calling it? Because that's what it is. But every single thing we need to do exists outside of that circle. You are cannibals. Provably. This is a drawing that took me 5 minutes. You wait till I get the real numbers and I show what you're actually doing. Because I know where to look, and I know where to draw, and I know the graphs to draw, and I know how to exactly display that Australian-born citizens are under siege by our own government, utilising immigrants in this, inevitable... You're all in. You've burnt your boats, you've burnt your ships to take us... But we don't have anything. But you're still doing it. And while you're doing it, I'm coming up with the solutions that all exist outside of this pandering circle. Because, of course, a fucking siege is not actually governance. It's a fucking mutiny. It's a coup. When you shut down the country and the only things left open were mines and construction and all these things and supply chains, you were working for China. You're all guilty of espionage. And I'm still here. A siege doesn't work unless you overwhelm the person, but you haven't. And all this exists whether you kill me now or not. That's just in Zuckerberg's fucking asset account. It's just like he owns it as a fucking asset. And he can use it to assist the global economy however he need be. It's worth quite a lot of money, my life, digitalised in perpetuity on his account. Wait till we use AI to show what actually happened, like it was Age of Empires. It's going to be bad. We need to see some fucking exposure of the fact that there is actively sieges going. It's like you talk about a policeman getting shot. It's like, what the fuck do you expect? We're not in England. We were prevented from being able to actually build castles and do things like in England. But you're still doing the techniques of the siege, of rising the commoners up to attack what is basically another commoner, which is me. While China just sits back and goes, oh yeah, goodbye. Because they understand the game. I'm not anti doing business with China. I'm pro doing business with China in a sustainable future that everybody benefits in. But this is fucking ridiculous. And it's going to just continuously be ridiculous. You've tried to do, like, this would be acceptable. If I had 20 years or 20 generations of fucking tyrannical rule, perhaps what you're doing would make sense, right? But I haven't had that. I was a victim the whole time. Of my entire birth, I was this. So you're doing the same here that Israel is doing in Gaza. Except there's just one of me at a time. Which actually looks far worse. And it's like, with just one person, how much global of fucking energy has been spent into this argument between Palestine and Israel? But I haven't even had an adequate reply yet. That's some fucking weird shit. You wonder why no one will speak to our Prime Minister? Why would anyone speak to our Prime Minister while this shit's going on? You won't even talk to one fucking person. You won't even acknowledge the things I'm saying that are going on. This is apartheid. Inevitably, the closest thing in Australia to an Aboriginal is somebody who's been here for the longest, who didn't participate at any point, whose family didn't participate at any point, in genocide. That's the closest you can get in Australia to being Aboriginal. It has nothing to do with fucking skin colour. It has nothing to do with eye colour or fucking hair colour, anything. That's, by definition, what it is. We don't know how each fucking Aboriginal person or family or whatever got here, do we? They could have got here on rafts. There may be some fictitious 60,000-year-old unbroken culture, but I doubt that exists uniformly across the whole lot. It's the same as us. So by definition, the longest people here, without a history of genocide onto the Aboriginal people, would be the closest you could get to Aboriginal. And you're doing it, again, in very short order. It's cannibalism. The divide between external communism, like Chinese and like whoever, Russians and all this stuff, exists and is perpetuated because there is a language and a cultural barrier. This is why it is such a hard nut to crack. This is our culture doing it in real time, provably. Whether you kill me or not, this will exist long after. How many times have people seen it in Tiananmen Square with the guy with the shopping bags who gets on the tank? So I've had my shopping bags in the hands and on the tank for fucking 3 years now. And I'm Australian and I speak English. And you're still doing it. This is grounds for like immediate retaliation everywhere all at once. And if you think that that can't be distributed, that message can't be distributed to enough people for you all to be in a whole lot of trouble very quickly, then you're completely wrong. So you're playing Russian roulette with your own people's lives, with the people's lives of Australia, with Chinese lives, with everyone, based on a conversation that could be had. This is the definition of a siege, except there is no communication. I don't think anything like this has ever existed before. There is a time to surrender. There is a time to admit defeat. And Australia will fucking fly out of these chains that you've put it in. Like a fucking rocket. As soon as you do. So just get a move on with it. Nothing changes. Except prosperity is allowed to exist again. We have everything we need. We're just being stopped by the very people that are claiming they're helping us. And you are security guards for a foreign country, provably, currently involved in a siege against a father of three. This exists because it is here every day. This is the type of thing. You do not understand how many pitfalls for corruption there are in this current paradigm. You will be constantly exposed. Almost every single criminal in this country is already exposed. We have enough on all of you. Including the criminals masquerading as politicians. It's like, get the fucking message and surrender. Figure out how to fucking explain it and then surrender. We can incorporate into our story, we had like this kind of Ned Kelly siege situation, but it was really silly, and then we had a fucking person. It shows that there's a million ways to spin this to make this a positive story for Australia. But while we're continuously in this every day, like, we're just spinning our fucking wheels. We're just doing a fucking burnout. It's time to end the siege. It's time to get the fucking hostages back to their father so that those fucking kids can recover from being used as fucking hostages by two fucking alcoholics and an incompetent fucking Labor government nationally. then we double down on the fucking alcohol fucking laws or whatever the fuck it is. Like this, you know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of Muslims, but fucking they've got a few things right. This fucking alcohol nonsense is nonsense. Look what you've done. Look what all of you have fucking done. I think the greatest moment was when I heard my drugged up fucking sister saying, "No one can hear you, Shannon." Like I'm in a fucking dungeon. That'll fucking rattle me for the rest of my life. This has done a number on all of you. You're all fucking sick. It's exposed parts of humanity that I'll never forget. I'll never look at humans the same again. It's one thing when when you're getting attacked and like there's big invasions like this. I didn't fucking attack anyone. My family didn't attack anyone. I don't fucking claim to be part of something to fucking do any of this shit. It is disgusting. And it's not Australia. And it's not the United Kingdom. It's not the British Empire. It's not fucking anything. It's not Celtic. It's not British. It's fucking scum. It is communism's scum. And you've all floated to the top of the cesspit that you all fucking reside in. So we're just going to scoop you out and fucking throw you aside. So we can fucking clear the water